kiss and hug you. I like it. I'm gonna take the time.
I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
Body kiss and hug. Yeah. You see, I like. You see, I like. You see, I like. You see. Yeah.
More music. Kiss 101.7 is going all the way down. It's your boy Jay Nice, and we got somebody special here with us right now.
Dan, one and only, your kid Jeremiah is definitely in the building. Shout out to everybody for even spinning that record for that right there for me, man.
What's happening with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. Just been traveling. Making sure y'all aware of this new album. This new album coming out, All About You, man. It's my sophomore effort. I Like is my very first single off the album featuring Ludacris, as you all can hear. It's been incredible. It's been an incredible year. I'm just ready to hit them again, man. 2010, we doing it again.
Yeah, man. So tell me a little bit about this album, man. It's entitled All About You, and
yeah, man.
You go a little bit more in depth. Go in depth about yourself. Your experiences, things along the lines of that.
Yeah, like I said, this has been a life-changing year. I got signed last year, for those who didn't know, So this is like about a good strong year and a half that I've been in the industry thus far. And, I hit you all with my first couple joints off my first album, my self-titled debut album, Jeremiah. Had Birthday Sex, I'm a Star, and Break Up to Make It was a few joints off there. But this one, I kind of wanted to showcase a lot more. I think it was a different vibe with my writing process, even of that first album, and how I pretty much created it, hoping that I'd get placements for a lot of those records for other artists. But now it's like, this is the album which I felt like I know who I am. I am a signed artist now. I am the artist instead of the writer and the producer. Shout out to Mick Schultz who produced this entire album once again. But I self-titled it. My first album was self-titled Jeremiah, so you all get to know me personally, just a hint of what I can do, and also to pronounce my name right.
Right.
Also, for this second album, I titled it All About You because I wanted to dedicate it to all my fans. It's been a great year, and I feel like it's a song for each and every one of you. So I titled it All About You.
Definitely, man. So you definitely say you've been traveling the world a lot, man. So
the world, not even I'm from the city. I'm from the south side of Chicago, and I just feel like it was just last year I was in my granddaddy's basement making beats. That's all it took. And then now, even 2 weeks ago, we went to Australia, to Europe, Belgium, Amsterdam, all those different Paris. They don't even speak English, but they were able to rock with me, and it was sold out crowds, and they were singing my records word for word. They don't even speak my language. It's a beautiful feeling. If you just want to ask, how does it feel?
Yeah.
You good, man. No, man, it's an incredible feeling. Like I said, I used to, 3 years ago, I'd be doing covers. I used to play and sing. That was pretty much my niche. So John Legend came out. I did a lot of Stevie covers, Ray Charles, and I feel like I was when I performed, I got feedback from the crowd, but I expected it because I felt like it was records they were familiar with and that they knew, But I think it's a difference now that I'm doing my own joints and people are singing my records, and it's just a self-satisfaction. So, man, shout out to all my fans. Like I said, they've been holding me down. This is my sophomore album. I Like was the first single. Down on Me is going to be the second joint. It's featuring my main man's 50 Cent, man. So I'm looking forward to this one. I can't even say these records even define the album, but it definitely wants to just break the ice and get people more in tune with my sound.
Yeah, speaking of that 50 Cent record, we're going to go into that a little bit.
We're
going to go into that a little bit since you explained it to everybody. We're going to definitely let them check that out, man.
Yeah.
It's Jay Nice in the studio with Jeremiah right here on KISS 101.7.
And that right there, y'all, is my second single. This is the one and only Jeremiah. Down on Me featuring 50 Cent, man. G-Unit was definitely in the building. That was the second joint. I didn't even know how that song was really going to come about because it was just a record. It was lacking a second verse, but shout out to 50 for coming through. I actually talked to him earlier. We looking on shooting that video real soon, so look out for it.
Definitely a hot record. Up tempo.
So for the club, I got y'all. I told y'all this album is really diverse. I wanted you all to get a gist of what my voice is capable of doing. I think it was a couple records for the ballads, slow ballads, some for the bedroom, some for the club, some for the fellas. I got y'all ladies, I'm going to hold you down. And I think I showcased all that on this next album. So yeah, that was my second joint. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think I've ever looked forward to letting anyone hear any body of work or music that I've done this far in my career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at the same time, man, you got a show coming out, or like a somewhat of a Rising Icons. It's supposed to be going down today. It's supposed to be on TV today.
Yeah, it's actually airing today. BET, Grey Goose, Rising Icons. I feel honored, privileged to be able to just be looked upon as that. I feel like I said, it's been an amazing year, and there was a lot of records that I felt I never got a chance to perform ever because of the lack of a band, thereof. So I feel like a lot of my records that came out that were heard on the radio, obviously were the singles, were pretty synthetic, and they didn't need it. Birthday Sex was my first record that I was introduced to the world by. I'm a Star, once again, something for the club. Didn't really need a band for that, but I felt like this was the first time I actually performed with a live band, and they gave me the opportunity. They followed me around Chicago. I took them by my hood. Got a little fader rate and everything. They just followed me around that whole day. And I was the only artist in which I was told that they did that. Other than that, they were in New York the whole time filming everybody. So it's the last episode tonight. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. 12 a.m. midnight Eastern Standard Time. So I don't know what it is. What we at? I don't even know what it is.
We Eastern.
No, but seriously, it's like, come on at midnight tonight. BT, shout out to y'all. The Grey Goose presents Jeremiah, Rising Icons. A few joints on my first album that I was never got a chance to perform. Like I say, like Starting All Over was my favorite. Actually performing that tonight. So I haven't even seen the episode yet, so I'll be looking at it myself. So hopefully y'all can join. Yeah, man.
Yes. Bringing it back.
Way back.
I love it.
That was it right there, man. That was my introduction. I feel like to the world. Such a huge record. Big record. #1. Thank y'all again for that one. Fellas, that ain't the only gift you should get your ladies. Because I get it all the time. Why you do that? Yeah, my man don't think he don't want to give me nothing. No, it's all good. We got y'all, fellas. Definitely get us something else, but make it the icing on the cake. I
But
can say that.
if money's kind of tight, if money's a little tight,
Can I go harder?
Yeah. Flowers on the bed. So, you got the album coming out September 28th.
September 28th, y'all. All about you.
Yes.
All about y'all.
So what else you got going on? What else you got planned,
Well, being at the album, I was all focused with this. I feel like music, I wanted to be able to stamp myself as just an artist, a talent, more than just a talent, just something I feel like everybody can look up to and give me a stamp of approval as the new singer, male singer, because I feel like I'm not an R&B dude. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I make incredible R&B music, but I just feel like I have more, that I listen to all types of music that I grew up listening to, and that's what I feel like I can make. But I just definitely want to hit you all with something else for this album that you all can listen to all the time.
Well,
be a soundtrack for the fall, and also hopefully after this album, I use it my music to venture off into other ordeals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can dig it. Well, you do a little bit of rap too. I understand.
It's a little bit, man. That's how it all started. I feel like before I sang, I started producing, and I just had a gang of beats on my computer, and I was tired of hearing just the beats. So I started writing to them, and then it turned into my rap, and then even what you all are hearing now are like my raps with melodies. Yeah. So that's pretty much my writing style.
Yeah, because I noticed, you sing, and at the same time you do kind of do a little bit of rhyming at the same time. So it's definitely multi-talented, and you do play instruments as well. You do the keys and...
Yeah, I'm a musician before it all. I grew up playing all types of instruments. I felt like that was my segue to even learn how to sing. My first love is the keyboard, the piano, and I feel like I taught myself really how to hold notes by playing the keys. And I felt like once anybody learns how to play the piano, you pretty much can play any instrument. That's just how I feel.
No, you're right. Definitely.
So, yeah, look forward to it. I mean, got a few scripts. I'm looking about getting to the acting a little bit. I've done some acting in my day. I just feel like right now music is my heart and soul, and I just want to continue to give you